Here we are. There we go. Here we are. Let's see. We have so many things we could do. Let's work on our flexion, little baby. Is that an octling or is it inkling? Can't remember. Let me look. Hi, Jermaine. Nice to see ya. Okay, so this is an inkling. You need to have sharp little toofers. It's been pretty good. I'm going to be saving up for a new laptop because mine's sort of going to hell. I work retail. I'm hoping to get the computer I want on a Black Friday sale because it's the same one my brothers have. Well, most of the time I'm on the cash register, but other times I roam around the store, seeing if there's anyone that needs some help with anything. I recommend stuff based on what they're trying to find. Sometimes I help move stock to new areas. Others, I just restock items that are out. I put things on hangers or I take them off so I can fold them and put them on a shelf. I haven't been there long, but I think it's going well. I'm only a part-time worker, so 4 or 5 hours on average a day. if I get scheduled a lot for work, I can work up to maybe 25 hours a week. Without the sale, it is $700 for the laptop I want, so that's why I have to save up so much. Hopefully I can get it on sale for Black Friday. That's really why I want the sale, because it's so expensive. And my daily wage, I have no idea. I don't really bother to calculate the daily wage. I get paid every Friday though, so that's good. So if I work pretty well, I should be able to save up pretty quickly for the computer I want if I don't wait for the Black Friday sale. Oh, I forgot to add the... well, I make $13 an hour. I don't know how much exactly that calculates to completely for 5 hours a day. 5 times 13, so 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65 a day, and I work like 5 days, maybe a week, maybe sometimes more, so that's 5 times 65. Let me pull up my calculator. That's $325 a week. So I might be able to afford it within 3 weeks, maybe, if I'm lucky. If I decide not to wait to get the Black Friday deal. And parents can't really help with it because they already got me a pretty expensive car for my birthday. The 21st is coming up, and it was cheap in the lot, so it would be a lot cheaper to get it there so I could start learning to drive. So they helped me get that. I'm gonna help paying for the insurance and the bills on it, of course, when it starts getting billed. But I've been practicing my driving, so there's that. So I should be able to start taking myself to work eventually. And then I'll be open to even more hours, because I won't have to rely on my parents to take me and worrying about if they have the time. This is my third job ever, and I like this one a lot. And so far, it is the longest job I've had. As I've told you, that one only lasted 3 days. That wasn't on my part. I just had to quit, and I explained to you guys why I had to. But it's a pretty nice job. If you're more social, it would be better to do a retail kind of job. If you're not, it would be better to do a warehouse job, I guess. I'm not very social, but I can't lift much, so I can't do a warehouse job, so I have to do one of those kinds. Oh no. That's gonna look so weird. Some things just are not meant for live action. Since you spoke about MLP, let's go ahead and work on some My Little Pony stuff. I got started on the Applejack. There's a lot of things I have to change because I'm out of practice with my drawings, but I'm gonna get it eventually. Yeah, like the Lion from Narnia. I love Narnia. It was such a good movie. Not very book accurate, of course, but what show really is. But the Lion King needed to take some pointers from that lion, because that was ages ago, and it still looked realistic while having emotions and being able to be seen as, good. I don't need to sharp up his face. I want her to have a softer mouth. There we go. Now I got that strong head I wanted. We can actually start the body how it's supposed to look now. Now I have the head I want. No, I don't want her to be. I want be strong built muscles. I don't want her to be chunky. That's better. Stronger neck. I've never seen the live action Sonic the Hedgehog movies. I've only ever played one Sonic, and it was on the original Sega. My dad, no, it wasn't Sonic. It was a Looney Tunes game. It was so cute. I think it was called Tiny Toons. I don't know, but it was adorable and I loved it. Then our Sega stopped working. Stronger legs. I don't think anyone is ever completely happy with their art. If you are, you're just lying to yourself. Let's see how this looks. That's a better build. Look at that build. That's the kind of build I want for her. The only problem I have is with this leg. And then there we are. That's the build we want. See, she's not as dainty anymore. She was more dainty here. Now we got a stronger build because we thickened up the legs and body, and we thickened the neck a bit. And we especially thickened the snout. Now let's work on those ears. If you're not happy with your designs, just try and tweak them a bit until you get what you want. But always keep the original concept sketch there so you can work from it instead of completely having to make a new one. Work with what you have first before you just completely scrap it. Because you never know if you like the I'll end up liking the original design more. Now, I'm not quite happy with how I have her hair, but I like the hair I have here, but it's too well maintained. I don't think she would be focused on her hair. head thing. Let's work on that eye. Because this eye ain't right. But I like what I did for her. This one. So let's work on that. The shape I liked. Hi, rabbit. We're just making some tweaks. Design. Concept I have for the redesign of Applejack. And I'm liking them so far, so I think this might be the final time I redesign them. Because I have a concept to work from for all of the faces. Give me a second to look at that, Jomaine. I'm just finishing up this eye so we can get the basic shape of what we want. Furby. There we go. Now we can work on it. Okay. Construction worker type pony. There we go. Isn't that looking much better? The eye isn't where I want it. I want it to be looking slightly down. There we go. That's better. Oh, I forgot the nostril. think her muzzle might be too long. We're just gonna adjust this. How did it look before? Tell me which one you like better, you guys. Long muzzle, short muzzle. I sort of like the short muzzle better. It feels like it fits her face more. Yeah, the long one was too long. Shorter is better. We'll keep that in the back burner. Just in case I decide to go back and look again. Let's just change how big this is, a bit smaller. Put it there. Plus, I forgot her signature hat. Now I have the eye I want. Let's start working on hair. I think she would look good with a bob. But what kind? I use they're nice, like, well, not nice, but they're cool and everything, but they sort of, they get out of control real quick. There's just so many going around, there's not really much else you can do for them. I like my, but that's just my opinion, because I like my whole, they lose magic in the future generation, and it'll show in my designs when I do them. Okay, I like the tail. This is what I'm having a problem with. Maybe if I made it this part a bit longer. Well, they did one of those sort of in the show with the rainbow cookies. Oh, that hair is so ugly. That one was funny. Furby, lay down. No, the top hair is just not doing it for me. Verbs. Yeah, the zombie apocalypse thing. That's sort of the same as an infection anyway. I mean, the bat pony one, that's interesting. From, the people who made the Rainbow Factory, I think they were. Furby!